What?
Still waiting. Yo, welcome to the Say Something Else podcast. I'm your host, Rick Grease. It's your co-host, Ja. What up, Ja?
What it do?
I am tired because I almost had a near-death experience when I got off work today. I closed my laptop and was standing up to stretch. Saw something move out of the corner of my eye, like that. I said, "What the fuck?" I looked over, nigga. It's a lizard like this long on my wall, and I froze. Like I literally cussed out loud. I said, "Oh hell no!" My oldest daughter came out the room because she heard me, and she was like, "Are you good?" And I was frozen. I couldn't do anything. And I have and it's like in the corner of my door. I have my vacuum cleaner, and I got some of my little girl's toys right there. And it was like in front of the vacuum cleaner on the wall, or I couldn't see it. So I had to get one of her toys because I wasn't about to just go in guns blazing. And I just chunked it at the vacuum cleaner, and then I see it run. So my oldest daughter, she got I had this big, huge bucket that had cheese balls in it. I emptied those out, put them in a baggie, and then let her grab that and try to capture it, but it was too fast. So they start hiding behind the vacuum cleaner again. So I threw the train at it again, and it popped out, and I had my shoe, and I hit it. And then I was trying to scoot it out the door, but it wouldn't go out. So I hit it again, and then it hit the tail off. It hurt the tail off. Now I finally got it out, and I just put it on the step. My wife was like, I told my wife about it because she called me, and I was like, "Hey, I need to call you right back. There's a big ass lizard on the wall." She said, "Oh, take a picture." I was like, "Nigga, I'm not taking a picture." But I did, and when I got there, I told her it was sitting there waiting for her. But when she got there, it was gone. So I guess it's still alive, and it just went on somewhere.
I was waiting.
My best friend said he waiting to come back with his homies tonight.
As soon as you sleep, wake the fuck up, nigga.
I'm sleeping with my taser.
Or is it a gun?
Or my gun. I got my taser. Either one.
I hear making mistakes.
I know.
We'll get into that later, guys. I just want to say we're glad to still have you alive after that ordeal.
Yes.
You had your little Jurassic Park up in your apartment right now.
Thought we was about to make a sequel to King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Bye. Are you guys King Kong? That's racist.
Oh my god. But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump right into it today. But before we do, if you're watching this on Facebook, please like and share and comment. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also, don't forget. Oh, got the T-shirt on, nigga. Look.
Hey. I got mine too, but I didn't put it on yet. I mean, I didn't.
Like, this is my first time wearing it since I got it from Miss B. It's real comfortable. They got a assortment of sizes, so it's everybody, no matter how small you is, no matter how big you is, you can fit one of these T-shirts. Get you one. And we got the beard balm, the beard oil. We got all these products: the cup, candle.
Wow. It was like podcast.
But we'll go ahead and jump right into today. First topic we want to talk about is deja vu of 2020 with George Floyd. Same city. We even got connections to George Floyd in this one also. We want to talk about Daunte Wright. I know everybody's probably heard about it by now. I don't even know what to say anymore about this ridiculousness. I just don't.
Right. So the biggest story out there, what I see most people talking about, obviously, is the police officer. She resigned, but she claimed that she meant to tase him, not use the gun on him, shoot him. And she's in the video going, "Taser, taser," and then she shoots him, and she's all shocked. But like I said, I put it on Facebook, a post, spoiler alert, she's lying. Like, there's no way she's telling the truth. There's no way. Like, it looks, feels, and weighs completely different than a taser. And you have like 20 plus years of experience on the police force, and you just made the mistake. Like, that's not credible.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I feel like cops do a lot of this stuff on purpose because they know they're being filmed, and they know they always get the leeway, and people always take their side. So I guess the same thing when you see videos of them brutalizing people, and they're like, stop resisting, and the person, you looking at the video, and the person's not resisting. They're just laying there or reacting to getting hit. Like, that's not resisting. But I feel like they say that on the video because they know if people see that, they're going to take their side. Yeah. It just builds up their false credibility more.
Yeah, it does. They've been doing this since the beginning of time. It's not going to stop. I know last summer when this stuff happened, everybody was pushing for police reform and all this stuff, and people were like, "Oh, we're making progress." No, we're not. We're not making any progress. They just do stuff in the short term to pacify the crowd that's upset. Rinse and repeat. I don't want to see nobody out here marching for justice. I don't want to see nobody out here, especially dancing or kneeling with cops like we did last time. We need to cut all that crap out.
We can dance with them once they resign or actually fight to make real change in their police force. And if they don't, then I dance with your ass. Because we're not going to see real change unless there's sweeping structural change in the way policing is done in this country.
Yeah.
Not just a little here and there, not just a few states here and there doing a couple of laws. Like, no, like everything needs to be changed. Everything needs to be torn down and reconstructed, basically, in my opinion, for there to get a real change. Like New York implementing getting rid of qualified immunity is a good start because that's one of the main reasons why they get away with stuff. But there's more to it than that.
Yeah, a lot more. And who knows how long it's going to be before these changes even come about, or if they even come about. To tell you the truth, I'm not very hopeful. I'm just being real. Not that I'll say I'm not hoping for it, but I mean, let's be real, man.
Yep.
Let's be real.
We've seen this time and time again. And other than Daunte Wright, there's the other story of the black army lieutenant, right?
Yeah.
Who was pulled over and they maced him and they approached his car with guns drawn already, screaming at him, giving him conflicting orders of what to do, and then they maced him for that. See, that's what I'm talking about. They do this stuff on purpose so they have an excuse to act out. So like one person they're saying get out the car, or the other person saying keep your arms up. Well, how's he can't do both.
You want to be a smash against the car? Like,
even at that, like I know, like I'm gonna go, like just jump through the window, like.
And then, on top of that, if he would have reached for that door, he already had his guns drawn. He would have probably used the excuse, and I'm scared, and shot his ass to death. So,
right.
When I saw the video, the other cop, I don't know if he was a rookie or he was just shocked at what was going on, but he wasn't as aggressive as the one that had his gun drawn and was pepper spraying him or macing him. And at one point, to me, he looked like he was scared, like he didn't know what to do. But I mean, if you see somebody doing that, your partner doing that, and it's over the top, stop them.
That's what you do.
That's the problem is it's a brotherhood and they're not going to hold each other accountable. They're going to have their back no matter what.
Exactly. And it's widely documented. All the police know when people actually do stand up for them, their lives are ruined or they go after them. Okay, well, that shows you that there needs to be some real change. Like, not enough people stand up for them. So to me, that tells me most of them are too scared and they're cowards, or they're with them.
Yeah.
That's the most likely option.
For me, it's not going to change because none of these systems are meant for Black people because we're not even people to them. So I don't even know why people are expecting change. It's not going to change like ever. The only time it's going to change is when we're all at war with each other.
Right.
Let's man win.
The police in America was started as to catch slaves.
Yeah.
To catch slaves. That's literally how it was started in this country. And you can see the way they act, they still have that mentality. Like, we ain't slaves, I ain't no slave, but they still have that mentality that we are. They treat us like it.
Yep.
Because with the army lieutenant, what was the need to even approach his car with guns drawn already? Like, he did what was right to pull over into a well-lit area. They tell everyone to do that. And he does that, and then you're mad at him? You're already, like, suspecting he's up to something?
They're just looking for something to be wrong.
Right. Plus, he had his temporary plate already posted.
Yeah.
So what are you pulling over for?
And I don't know if. Oh, go ahead.
Driving while black. That's his only crime.
I don't know if you saw. There was a report earlier this week that came out, which no shocker, that in the military and in different branches that there's like tons of white supremacists that are being like quietly discharged and stuff. Well, guess what kind of job that they get into when they get discharged? They're your cops.
Exactly. I mean, there's been studies from years ago to this day showing that a huge percentage of cops are part of white supremacy groups and hate groups anyway. Like, hello, people, wake up.
The hand signs all the time. Look for that. Niggas ain't just throwing up sixes and shit for no reason. what everybody just, nigga, it's a symbol, it's symbolic, it's Masonic. They do this, it's code. When somebody's doing, I was just countless videos from even stuff last year that happened when there's about to be an altercation or something like that. The cop, you see him flash the signal so he can let the other person know, like, hey, he's one of us. And then they stop. So, get me out here.
Yeah, but we're here to talk about the issues, and this is obviously a big thing that's going on. It's reigniting Black Lives Matter. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, I know a lot of friends, I know white friends post about this, but you can see the support from white America is not as strong as it was last summer. They're getting tired of it. Surprised. Like, I feel like there is still a good majority that do, but you see it's a lot less now. Yeah. Which, like, it's to be expected.
Anyway, let's move on from this because we already know what the outcome of this is going to be. Oh, no, there's one thing we forgot to mention, that George Floyd's girlfriend was actually a former teacher of this guy. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yep.
Okay. Whatever. Anyway, moving on.
And I saw thing that the sheriff who founded that town was like a KKK member. Like a leading person in the KKK in that state. I'm like, okay, so this town clearly has racist origins that are not completely gone. Let's just leave it at that.
Just get out of Minnesota. Get out.
Get out. If y'all watch that movie, watch it now and get out.
Anyway, moving on to the next topic, I want to shout out to Ricky Hondo again because he's the only one commenting on topics that we want to talk about.
What did he say? See anything.
What did you say?
I said, what did he say? I didn't see any suggestions from him.
No, this one he sent this one to me earlier this week, and this is about the Texas Senate passed this stupid ass bill requiring that all sports teams have to play the national anthem before sports events, or they'll risk being fined or even put in jail.
And I read the article. This passed like with almost everyone in the Senate too, both parties. But like everyone except for two voted for that. What kind of law is this?
Why does it matter though? I can understand for the Olympics, like it makes more sense to do like national anthem or flyover and shit for Olympics. Maybe in the Super Bowl since it's a spectacle. But every single game, do you know how many games there are in the NBA? There's 82 plus all the playoff games. In the NFL, there's 16, about to be 17, plus preseason, which is 4 games, playoffs, Super Bowl. Baseball don't even get started on them. They got 164 games. It's like, come on, man.
Okay, look, I got a few pointers I want to talk about. First of all, what is the point of even doing the national anthem?
No point.
Sporting event. It doesn't even make sense. What is it for?
I got a better question. What's the point of doing the national anthem?
Honestly, though,
for blacks at least. White people, y'all are okay.
Look at the history of that, y'all. The history of the national anthem is even racist. There is racist passages in there that they took out. Kept the song.
Remember, the system's not for us, so black people, we don't need to pledge for the allegiance to the flag. Don't put your hand over your heart for this stupid ass country.
Right, it's dumb. But if you want to do it, if they want to do it during the sport game, that's fine. I'm not going to argue that. That's just personal opinion. But to make it mandatory,
yeah,
I feel like that is definitely like, how is that freedom? Like,
it's overkill.
And like most of those Trumpers out there are always talking about freedom of speech, this and that. They're supporting that, but like how? How is that freedom if you're literally saying they have to do it for venues and sports games that are taxpayer funded? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other taxpayers around there that don't agree with this. It's just stupid.
All it's doing is setting a precedence for further things that they can mandate what you can and can't do. Like, it may not seem like a big deal now, but if you look at the big picture over time, it's little by little, just freedom's taken away. Then one day people are gonna be sitting here like, how the hell do we get here? We can't do anything. Well, we tried to tell you. Nobody wants to listen. It's not that serious. It's not that deep, nigga. Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
That's what they sound like in my ear to me, like little gnats. Like, shut up! I just want to smack them. Shut up.
Okay, another point is I don't feel like these sports arenas and stuff and teams should be taxpayer funded anyway.
I agree.
I mean, if they're like a privatized company entity, they make their money. Why is my tax money going to this? like I am not against taxes. I agree taxes serve a good purpose. We should, if we're living in a country like America, we're a developed country, we're supposed to be a first world country, we all pay into the system. But why are we paying for this? And the same people who hate paying taxes for anything that benefits others have no problem paying high taxes for stadiums. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. The money we pay for that could be going toward Social Security and free or affordable college tuition or free or affordable health care. But nah, we'll say that for military spending and sports stadiums. No. No,
one
man.
reason they use one reason they use taxpayers' money is because the wealthy don't like to spend money. You don't stay wealthy by spending money. They're hoarders, basically. They're hoarders.
That's not really.
They hoard wealth. They hoard money. So why use their own when they can get away with just using us? Nobody's going to fight back about it. Or I mean, there might be a couple people that protest about it, like when new stadiums get built and stuff like that. But for the most part, those always get voted yes because people love sports.
Right.
So
and my next point is sports are stupid.
we're not going to talk about that today. Moving on. Okay.
Sports are dumb. If you're out there and you like sports, you're a piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next topic. I want to talk about what they call right now alt season. If y'all don't know what that means, that's like Bitcoin. That's not considered an altcoin. No, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, my coin.
All other coins that are not Bitcoin are considered altcoins, and right now a lot of them are blowing up. Specifically, XRP, which I talked about a few times on the show. Like when I got it, it was at 47 cents, and like all the way up to last night, it hit up to $1.93 per coin. So like people are making a lot of money on it. But the thing is, it's gonna get even bigger because there's so many dominoes that have to fall for it to jump up to even have the potential to get to where Bitcoin is, or maybe even surpass it. And then I just want to go over a couple of those real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but do the research for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. I've spoken on it before. They've been in a trial with the SEC. They're in a lawsuit right now, but they're gonna win it. It's probably either gonna get settled or it's gonna get thrown out. Once that's done, prices are gonna jump up because it's delisted on a lot of services right now. There's only like 2 in America that you can even buy XRP on. One is called Uphold and the other is called Binance. All their other services don't even have it listed. But Coinbase, which actually just went public today, they're supposed to be relisting it like really soon. That's going to drive the price back up. And then when all the other companies start relisting it, that's going to drive it up also. And then I don't know if you heard of Swift, but it's basically like you heard of it?
Yeah.
Basically stuff that like processes our payments. It's like a messenger between banks that allows like real-time transactions and stuff. XRP is supposed to be, or the company Ripple, they're supposed to be replacing Swift in the near future, probably within the next couple of years once this new digital currency system gets set up. And that's what's really gonna like make everything skyrocket. So just do the math. Like if you get in right now while it's cheap, just imagine the people who bought Bitcoin when it was under $1 or $1 under $2, and now it's at right now as today. Last time I checked, it was like $63,000 per coin. If you have a few, you're a millionaire. So if you have the money spare, or if you got some stimmy left, I prefer you use use the government money and flip that and make yourself rich in the future. Just hold on to it. Don't be deterred by prices dropping. It's gonna dip, but
if you make it rich, are you gonna help out? You want to send some my way? Okay. Okay, so you got
right now, like you literally have no excuse. It's $1 right now. It's $1.82 before I got on the show. Like you have time before it gets to prices where it's gonna be hard to get in or make like a huge profit. But get it while it's cheap, man. It's a damn dollar. Y'all spend dollars on McDoubles and hot and spices and stuff. Just invest. You ain't even gotta invest a lot. Just get you a little bit, a couple of coins. Hell, you can get you like 25 coins for under $30 and just let it sit. Just buy it and forget about it. Come back to it 3-5 years down the road and thank me.
It's a good plan.
Good.
Greece says get into Bitcoin and alt season.
XRP. XRP.
Oh,
XRP.
And what about Bitcoin?
Hey, it's a lot. You can buy partial shares. A lot of people don't know that. They think you just have to buy one coin for $63,000, but you can buy whatever amount you want and you get a fraction of it.
Oh.
It's not going to grow and get like a huge profit unless you continually put stuff into it, and the prices for Bitcoin jump way up, which they're been predicting like in the next year or two maybe that it can jump up to like 150,000, 250,000 per coin. So there's still money to be made. But yeah, just get on the internet and research the companies. There's so many different coins out there. Just do your due diligence if you want to make a change for the future. The future is coming. It's coming fast. It's gonna sneak up and bite you in the ass, and you ain't even gonna know it.
It is coming.
I'll say I didn't want it. Anyway.
Hear me?
Yeah. But, we'll move on to our fun topics for today. I know it came out about 2 weeks ago. King Kong vs. Godzilla. Great movie. I loved it. Lot of nuggets in there for everybody, really. But it was very interesting. Let's just say that. But I don't want to spoil it. It's kind of hard to get into those top points without spoiling it. So I just want, if y'all can, just watch that movie if you can. We could talk about it another time. But as a review for the movie, what did you think of it, Dra?
It was good. It was really fun. If you guys like a good action movie, disaster movie, or giant monster movie, I really am kind of a sucker for like a giant monster movie. Like movies like Pacific Rim. Love that movie. But yeah, it was good. I thought versus the last film, I thought the characters in this film were definitely way better written. They had a lot of good jokes this time instead of like corny ones. Sometimes the story was kind of little, I don't know. At first, like I saw it twice. At first, I was like, wait, what are they doing? Wait, what happened here? But then like I watched it again, it was understandable. It wasn't confusing. It was just like sometimes they move really fast, but I was like, wait, what are they trying to do? Overall, like I said, I do think the writing and the script was a lot better in this movie. But the last movie, I feel like the action was a lot more epic and like bigger scale. And that's probably just because like Godzilla is fighting like other radioactive type monsters and other giant monsters is like straight up leveling cities and stuff like that. So I feel like that was like one criticism with this one. Some of the action to me, it was good, but it just wasn't, maybe it was my expectations, which I can admit to that. But it would have been better if it was a little bit more epic.
Yeah, I agree. I like the cast too. I think they did a good job with the cast. They had a lot of different personality types in there that meshed well with the story and made for some of those funny moments you were talking about, had me cracking up. I want to watch it again when I get the time. Maybe I'll get some time to watch it this weekend. But yeah, definitely check that out if you have HBO Max, or if you vaccinated and you want to go to the movie theater, go watch it. Just go see it.
I seen it in the movies.
Anyway, moving on to our last topic. I don't know how many of y'all out there watch wrestling, but I love wrestling just as much as I love football, if not more. Like, I love everything about it. I know some people out there, Ricky Hondo, think it's just so fake, but it's no different than a movie. Honestly, it's literally no different than action in a movie. No, it really isn't. It's a script. It's planned. It's the same stuff, the same ingredients. So that's what gives me the story. I love the action because you have to be athletic to be a wrestler. So there's definitely that for you. But WrestleMania was this past weekend. It was 2 nights. Last year it was all virtual. They didn't even have like virtual, like the TVs with people on the screen and stuff like that. It was just literally wrestlers in an empty arena last year. It was weird. This year was the first time in a year that they actually had real fans there. They had like 25,000 fans in attendance in Tampa Bay. And man, it was awesome. The first night was amazing. Like, all the matches are great. There's no disappointments. The main event was actually historic because it was the first time that 2 Black women faced off for the women's championship, and it was the main event of the show.
Really?
And they tore the house down. It was like one of the sickest matches I've seen in a while. The fans went nuts. We went nuts here at home. Like, everybody here loves wrestling. I love wrestling.
History.
Yeah, like, yeah.
For all y'all listening out there, when we were little, we used to play wrestle all the time. We would do the announcer comments too while we were hitting each other, and literally like we would be on our parents' bed back in the day too. When they were gone, they didn't know.
until it broke.
Until it broke.
And we put some bricks underneath.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I mean, they're doing frog splashes and stuff.
About that. But literally every fake match we did, we'd be like, "This is the greatest match in wrestling history."
No, it really was one of the greatest matches in wrestling history, though. It was very historic. Night 2, they had a tough show to follow from the first night. To me, it was kind of disappointing. Number one, because my favorite wrestler is The Fiend, which inspires a lot of the weird shit that I do on Facebook and my books and stuff like that. He came back for the first time in like 4 months after being burned alive in the ring. He came back with like a burnt mask and everything, but he was like completely resurrected, new mask and everything. And he was supposed to win, but literally he didn't because Vince McMahon, who's the owner of WWE, he changed the outcome 2 days before, literally for no reason, just to shock fans, just to give fans a shocking ending. It made no sense to the storyline whatsoever. So, and that was the first match of the night. So that kind of set the tone. Like even the crowd booed because he's literally the most popular thing and the major reason why a lot of people still even watch WWE right now. But it took some interesting turns the next night with their characters and stuff. But yeah, it was all together, both nights together. It was fantastic WrestleMania, especially considering the tough year that we had last year. And sports in general, it's so weird watching football games with no fans or just like 100 fans, or like even Monday Night Raw every Monday. They have the TVs with virtual fans on there. It's like real people, but it's so weird.
Were people at WrestleMania, or do they have the little big TV things?
No, at WrestleMania they had real people. It was like 25,000 people. And then the developmental league, it's called NXT, which is like, it's amazing because Triple H runs it. I know you remember him. I can't wait for him to take over.
So was it packed?
Huh?
So it was packed in the stadium?
Yeah, it was packed in the stadium. It was good. It was packed. I mean, it wasn't in full capacity, but like they sectioned it off to make it so it doesn't look like empty on TV. And then NXT, they had like a front row. They had like fans behind cages and plexiglass, and then they had the virtual screens behind them, like from fans, like from home and stuff. So I mean, they've been really creative. One thing I do like about the that's happened during the Corona and stuff is that it allowed them to do like cinematic matches. It's like matches, but they're kind of like movies. So it's kind of like watching a story unfold during the match. Like it's like an action scene in a movie, and they can do some weird stuff, especially when you have supernatural characters like The Fiend. Like, man, it's crazy. And Undertaker last year, it's sick. You can see I get like a little kid excited to talk about wrestling. I love it.
Yeah, you are nerding out over some wrestling today.
Miss B always thought, oh, it's just a phase. It's just a phase. No, it ain't. It's here to stay, baby. Baby girl.
It's here to stay, baby girl. Okay. Get used to it.
Oh, the last thing about that, they also the night before WrestleMania was the WWE Hall of Fame, and I know you remember this from junior high and stuff. The NWO, you remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got inducted. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, and Hulk Hogan. They got inducted as NWO members. So that was a huge moment because, like they say, NWO is for life.
You still got those belts? Remember we got those little belts?
I don't have the belts, but I got all the Fiend's gear. I got his gloves. One says hurt, the other one says heal. I just got his mask. It's like a half mask. I'm gonna be wearing that mug everywhere. Yeah, I got a lot of his stuff.
I mean, I used to be a fan when I was young. I just thought I used to like it. Undertaker was back in the day. Remember when he had the wedding to Stephanie?
The dark wedding. Oh my God. This is the most classic moment in WWE history.
So stupid. It's like I'm in a good way. It was funny. Yeah.
But anyway, we like to just throw a lot of different topics, especially for our fun topics, because we know everybody has lots of different interests, so we want to try our best to hit on those things. So we might talk about movies, books, video games, wrestling, sports, like just anything.
Plus, it's kind of been a slow news cycle lately. Not a lot to learn.
Very slow. We don't want to repeat ourselves. So, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions on what you want us to talk about, please just let us know, and we'll be happy to research it and go over that stuff on the show. Yeah. We don't mind doing that.
If y'all want to hear more about COVID, we'll talk about COVID.
But anyway, that's it for today. Unless you got anything. Oh no, I'm sorry. The hot take. We running short on time. Just real quick, hot take. My hot take is that WrestleMania is actually a better spectacle than the Super Bowl. A lot of people are not going to agree with that, but they do a way better job at creating a spectacle than the Super Bowl does.
I mean, in my opinion, I would rather watch WrestleMania because I don't dislike wrestling. I'm just not into it anymore. But like, I would. You need to pay me to watch the Super Bowl. Okay, like, woo! Talk about like for me. I'm not trying to look. I'm not trying to diss it for y'all out there that like sports. For me, it's like watching paint dry. I can't. Like back in the day, growing up, like when we would have like Super Bowl parties at our house, I would just be locked in my room. I'll come out for the food, watch a commercial or two, and put on a movie or something.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. I have to mention this about WrestleMania. It would not be right if I didn't mention this. I know y'all know the recording artist Bad Bunny. He's been on WWE programming for like the past like month and a half or two. And I can't stand when they have celebrities on there because when they do matches, they never wrestle. It's always a tag team match, and then they're only in the match for like 10% of the time, and they do like one or two moves, and it's like basic, and they can't act, they can't take bumps, they can't do anything. But Bad Bunny, like literally he started the match in the ring. He wrestled 85%. He was doing jumps and splashes off the top rope. Like he actually trained at their performance center, and he looked like a veteran. Like I was not looking forward to that match, but that was a surprise match for me, and he turned me into a fan of his music and his wrestling. And like a lot of fans want him to come back to WWE because it was that sick.
That's funny. Yeah, Frank is a huge fan, so I've seen all the clips and everything like that. And I know he's like a wrestling nerd like you are.
Yes, oh my God, he was freaking amazing.
He has a song called Booker T.
Yeah, Booker T, the last pay-per-view, he was there performing with them too. While he was performing, Booker T was just standing there like this. But yeah, it was great. Yeah, that was one of the highlights of WrestleMania. Is me. No celebrity's ever gonna top what he did because yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Okay, so I got a hot take. I came up with a new one listening to your wrestling thing or just thinking about everything I do. So my hot take for today, you guys, is out of all the desserts, out of all the main desserts, cake is the worst. It's the worst. Like I don't feel like there's that many good cake flavors to begin with. Like chocolate cake is not good. German chocolate cake is good, but like regular chocolate cake is not that good. Unless you get it from like some rare place that has a bomb chocolate cake, it's not that good. Cake, even when you have like a soft cake, it's still kind of dry. For me, I feel like there's like a dryness to it, and like frosting is sick.
Dude, dry cake. I ain't even gonna say what I was about to say, but I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. But in the words of Lil Wayne, one of his songs, he said, "You know, we like it wet, don't want no dry hoe."
Bro, if you get cake, we need a wet bitch. I was kidding.
We want wet cake and wet portion.
That's leche's cake is bomb though. If you get a good one, that's good. But like for the most part, cake ain't that good. Like there's a red velvet cake from on Viv red velvet cake is a bomb. All the other red velvet in the world is legit trash, and I've tried a lot.
All niggas who don't know who Aunt Viv is Aunt Viv.
It's Aunt Viv. You don't need to know no more. That's all you need to know.
I'm sorry, I'm tripping.
And then frosting is sick. Like, unless it's cream cheese frosting, I do not want it. It's not good. I always like scrape the frosting off. That's the worst part. Do you like frosting?
It depends. I like the buttercream frosting, but I can't eat too much of it because it's like it's too sweet. Like after like 3 bites, it starts to make my stomach hurt. So I'm not a big dessert person anyway, unless it's Oreos. So I'll tear some Oreos up.
Well, I mean, over the years, I've turned into a dessert person. I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing. Cake fans, I have a bone to pick with you because most cake fans I've talked to will be like, you don't like frosting? That's the best part. Then do you really like cake? Get a tub of frosting. Like get a tub of frosting and eat it, you fat bitch. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's a hot take. But yeah, that's all we got for today. We ran a little bit over, but it's all right. We covered a lot of stuff today. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, please like, please share, comment. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and like and share. Once again, don't forget the candles, the coffee mugs, the beard oil, the beard balm. Get this motherfucking t-shirt.
Y'all, for real though, like if you have a beard or I don't have a beard, you can use the beard oil for your hair.
Yeah.
I mean, because beard oil is just a bunch of different oils put together, so you can use that for your hair. But it really is some good stuff, y'all. I really mean it. It's good.
There's multiple scents. She got the orange scent. I think she was working on the lemon one. I haven't tried that one yet. And then I think it's the what's it called? Was it the candlewood or something wood one that I have now? I actually like that one the best. I'm sorry.
Wood.
Yeah, the sandalwood. I said candlewood.
Candlewood.
I was like, nigga, what is candlewood?
Candlewood.
But yeah, that's my favorite one. It keeps you smelling good. It keeps it moisturized all day long. It's my God.
Beard oil and the beard balm is definitely the most moisturizing beard products I've tried anywhere. Because I've tried a lot. Because I've had a beard for years now. Like 5 years? Yeah. 5-6 years now. Like I've had it for a long time, and I bought a lot of stuff. But this honestly is very hydrating. So it's good out there for like curly beards, black men's beards with that kind of texture. So you need more moisture. So this is definitely the way to go.
And the candle smell good. If your house stink, get the candle. It's gonna smell like podcast.
If it don't stink, get the candle still.
It's still gonna smell like podcast. That's all we got for today. Love y'all. Peace out. I'm your host, Rick Grease. It's your co-host, Draw. We out.
Watch Black is King on Disney Plus.
Watch Mortal Kombat next week.